Hi everyone, welcome to day 6 of this challenge. And yesterday we just completed our first Upwork bidding. So let's get into the day 6 of the challenge and cover a lot of unique things. Today's challenge video gonna be pretty long, and it is where I'll actually give you a whole idea of launching a cold email campaign from scratch using multiple different tools and combinations. Remember, why is a cold email campaign necessary? A cold email campaign just gets you the visibility out there. Is it as effective as Facebook ads? No. Is it way too cheaper? No, it is not way too cheaper. See, if you're just starting out, the best way you could do cold emails is just by managing sending out 5 6 research oriented emails per day. Let me just broaden this out. Okay, so it's just too broad. Perfect. So when you're just starting out, you could send out basic cold emails from your Gmail addresses. A lot of you have this idea or notion that why can't you send cold emails using MailChimp or let's say other similar tools. The reason is MailChimp or any newsletter based tool like MailChimp, ConvertKit, which has been rebranded to Kit.com, ActiveCampaign, or all any similar tools. Okay, these tools actually work on a method where basically you can send to people who have opted into your list, while cold emails is being sent to people who haven't opted. And one common notion that you'll always keep on hearing this: cold email is dead, and insert the year. Cold email is dead in 2020, 2021, 2022. I've been hearing every time when I hear something, nothing is dead. It just keeps on improving. Like the biggest improvement in cold email these days is hyper personalization with tools like Persona, Clay.com, Trigify, and much more other tools. So the platform hasn't like completely changed, but with time it has kept on evolving. So I'll actually launch a campaign in front of you to show you and help you understand the complete process. I'm not promoting this bottle, so why should I have this bottle here? Okay, let's get into it. I'll just put this on a center stage so that my face keeps on coming, and I've just moved this to a center stage, which is where we'll have much. Let's just have it like this. It's a wide view camera, and you get to understand. Now, let me start sharing my screen to show you the whole process from ground up. I'm not able to select. Why am I not able to select my screen too? Yes, I've selected this. Okay, I'm on my new screen, and I'll pretty much start with a very basic thing like a email. So let me just open my email address here. Let's just take it from here. I'll actually show you the whole process. So how does the whole stack look like? Here we are. The very first step that we need to do is, first of all, go and find, or basically let's say the very start of the whole process is basically buying a few domain and setting them up. So the best thing I would do is, first of all, I'll go on my domain buying addresses. So I use GoDaddy to buy my domains. You could use anything that you want. This is the very first step of how you could do it. Okay, so GoDaddy.com. I'll just go on GoDaddy.com, and I'll buy a domain. So let's say this message is for short M. So I'll buy something like short M. Okay. Now what are the domains available for me? Shortm.in, short.imixcz. Let's take like it could also be a variation of the name. Does .info or .co makes any big changes? So the answer is no, it doesn't makes any big amount of changes. I think I own the domain shortm.co. So if I check inside my product section, what are the domains I use? Okay, I haven't purchased that domain till this date. Wow, great. Great. By the way, someone is trying to buy this domain by the time I'm making this live. I have purchased. So let's just pick the name. All my domains are .co, so I'll just pick a .co domain. And I'm getting all these different variations. So bundle, I'll also add that. Continue. No domain protection. No thanks. No. Continue. How much is it costing me to get this transaction done? Let's just check this out. 103. No, I don't want. I want just a 1 year thing. And 2 years, how much is it costing me? 68. So let's just go with 1 year. And my bundle is costing me 17. So I got shortm.co plus shortm.info.net.xyz, uh, 1 year.ltd, And yes, that's it. I'll just click on ready for checkout. Costed me a good $40. No problem. GST and fees provided by GoDaddy.com LLC. Okay, card is there. So let's just complete the purchase. Perfect. The domain is purchased now. I believe it would be okay. So I just registered this few domains, which is shortem.co, short.xyz, tier 13 domain name registration .info.net. Now what I'm using is I'll use .co only. Okay, I'll use .co for my main site, and rest all these domains would be used for reach out purposes. Remember this very clearly. Don't use your main domain, which is, let's say, in my case it is always .co. So you don't use your .co domain for outreach or other purposes. Okay. Now we have purchased our domain. After buying a domain, you just have to do one small little change, is set up the auto recurring. So because there are some tools that would be like auto recurring, so we just need to turn that off. This is the simple process to do it. Let me just go there and find it. I think I need to start from again. History. Okay, products. Now, what I'll always do is I'll just go on domains and I'll cancel my other domain. So auto renew for this is on, and there is also like .online.shop.me. So I'll also get this. The reason I'm getting all these domains is I need them for my outreach purposes. So $10 all in total. Again, $10. Ready for checkout. $13. So I'm trying to buy as much name as possible. The reason I'm buying this is not just for the purpose of like brand building or something like that. My main purpose is to use them for my outreach reason. So they won't like, I'll turn off the auto renew off. So I'll click on continue now, not now, and again GoDaddy.com. I'm pretty good at designing websites, so I don't need GoDaddy to make shitty designs for me. Then you come on my product and you have to do one thing, is you have to turn off your auto renewals. This is very important process. You don't want all your products to get into your auto renew. So in this case, what I'll do is, let's say I have my folders, which is my primary domain, outreach domain, branded domain. So example, my branded domains are devratsingh.com, devratsingh.com, 5hire.com, frontend profit, shortem.co, shortvids. The arise.co, try shortex.in. Okay, so these are some of my domains that I don't want to lose at all on my auto renew. So what I do is I usually put them into a new folder. So more extension domain type, bundle domain. Okay, so I'll go in folders and I'll add it, apply. So no folders here. Okay. And update all these domains to my branded domain folders. Okay, so 8 domains were added to my branded domain. Now these are all added to my, these are the ones that I don't want the renews to happen. So I'll click here on short and then short widths. These are all domains that we have basically for outreach. So you could see this, we have like close to like add to folder, and this would be added to my outreach domains. So continue. Perfect. So these were the domains that have been added to my outreach thing. My domains have been added to the outreach. So if I click on outreach domain now, I want to apply all the folders and all the domains that are in outreach. No, I don't want to add Fab Hire to this thing. So more, add to folder, it would be a branded domain thing. Okay, so now I have all this domain. So what I want to do is select all. I'll just remove this and I click on here, which is expiration, custom date. There is auto renew, type lock. I'll turn off the auto renew off for all this. Okay, so this would basically make them auto renew off. turn auto renew off. 11 domains can't have close, turn auto renew off. Auto renew okay. These are the domains for which I have already auto renew off. So this is a very important process, is you need to turn off your domains that you don't want to auto renew, because these domains have a really high cost. Now once you have purchased the domain, the next step is you need to sign up to a provider. Now there are different providers for heating up your domain research and all. For now we are using this tool called as reply.io. This is something which have been performing a lot better for us. Again, people use options, right, like smart lead. They use smart lead, they use this instantly.co. So there are a lot of outbound tools available already in the market. For us, that we are using as of this point is reply.io. So I'll show you everything from reply.io. After you buy the domains, this is the step that you need to do. The very first thing is you need to add your emails to the warm up. And that is what something I'll do in my case as well. So I'll click on try for free. Okay, now I have also got a domain. So that domain needs to have a workspace. So I'll sign up for Google Workspace for that domain to have different email addresses. So Google Workspace, I'll sign up on Google Workspace and then click on start a free trial. Okay, after this business name, so right here I'll write it like short M, and this domain would be, let's say I'll pick any random domain from this point. So I go in Tech Week and I'll just pull any random domain from here. I'll, let's say, use like unselect all. For now I'll use like we are talking about short M. So we would use shortm.pro. So shortm.pro. Is it me, just you? So I'll just do it like 2:9, region India. If you add India, usually the cost gets a bit lower. So first name again, Devrat, saying all my billing happens on this email address. So this is the email address. Let me just plug in my iPhone to the charging. Okay, existing account found. The email already has a Google sign in to your existing workspace or using a different email address or a domain. So sign in to a new workspace. You'd like to have example.com. Yes, I have that one that I can use. Yourname.com. So at this point, you will use short M dot pro. So this is the one that we had just bought about. Now it would try to automatically fetch in. So it asked me for an email address. So Dave, and I'll just put something random, easy to log in, agree and continue. And this is done. It is just creating this email address. So I'll just write it down like Dave @short dot save. What are the costs that it's giving me? Enjoy a live discount when you cite $25 off. No long term commitment, annual plan. It's too much costly. INR per user per month. No, this is not the one that I need. Per user per month. No, this is not the one I need. So I'll just, no, I don't want this plan. There's a plan of Google which costs like per user is like 250 rupees per month. So we'll go with that option. So let's just click on workspace.google.com again. Admin console. Okay. We are in the account. I don't want to pay that 1500 rupees. Don't pay that. I think per user per month discounted pricing something should be around 200. So this is not the one that I want to go for. How can we change that? Okay, so first for this section, I'll show you basically it would take some time to get this up and running. So in the meantime, I'll just select you how to set up this. So work email, I'll have like dave@shortwits.co. The reason I'm doing this is because I use this for a majority of things. So I'm not a robot, and I click on sign up. Please add the 5-digit code. So I'll add the 5-digit code here. Give me 1 second. Here is the code. So reply.io is like a tool from where you could send out old emails. They have a very fast registration process. They have a very fast account creation process. Has a very good system to basically import your email addresses on a bulk basis. So this is what I'm using. So you buy a domain. After you buy a domain, you set up your outbound tool. So in this case, I'm using run reply.io as my outbound tool. Here we go with our dashboard. Now this is having a 14-day free trial. So I'll just turn all on the free trial. 10. Now, what are the different things that you could do with? You could do a multi-platform outbound cold outreach, which is multi-channel outreach, is where you could send a LinkedIn, SMS, calls. I think LinkedIn SMS calls, and a couple of other mediums through which you could do outreach. You could build out your demo request sequence, you could build out your cold outreach sequence. So we'll just do everything like this. Now, the very first thing after we sign in into the account is we need our email addresses. So that is very important in order to send out the emails. So I'll click on email accounts, and if it is not allowing me, I'll use this one. Let's say dave@shortwords.net. This is something which is available. So I'll just show you how to do it, the process. Okay, so there is already one user here added. So I'll add a new user here in front of you. So we can use the new user, or we can also use the same user. So yes, we have the user. Now let me just add a new email account in front of you. So import from USB, create manually. So import from USB, create manually. Now create manually, then the provider for this time for us, the provider is Gmail. So we'll use Gmail. Continue, connect your Gmail account. So we'll just connect the Gmail account with where we have one email address. So let's just use dave@shortwords.net. Click on apply. Okay, and then we want to set up our connectivity issues. It is just now connected, so it would take some time. So total number of emails 100. Daily emails will daily do a ramp up. Everything here is done. So yeah, let's just check for this again if this is sorted. Google API. Okay, it would take some time to get all the stuff sorted, but dave@shortwords.net, one mail back, domain settings. Due to connection issues with all associated, please ensure that provided for your email accounts are reconnected. Okay, it would take some time, I believe, or it would be done. Give me 1 second. So we are back in the game. I have just completed the from reply.io. My email domain setup has been just configured. It's just simple. Also, one more thing was I wanted to show you this. You always have to sign up not for this plan. There's actually an option to select business starter that costs you 198 rupees per month. That is the plan on which you need to sign up, not this really high pricey plan. Okay, don't do that. My domain has been just configured. So now all I need to do is find email addresses. Now there are two ways to find email addresses. If I click on the data, I can find out real addresses, email addresses. So I'll use reply.io, and I'll also show you how you could use Boomerang and Apollo to find data. So first of all, here I'll add it like my target audience is, let's say, other agency owners. So other, I'll write here agency owners. If it is showing agency owners, yes, I'll write agency owners. Okay, their job title is agency owners. They are in, let's say, marketing department, marketing, and they have been recently using keywords, let's say, like Facebook ads, and they have been using Google ads, or they have been using keywords like performance marketing. Okay, this is again, the data would come exactly from reply.io, so we don't have to have a new thing. Account location, so the person should be, let's say, based in United Kingdom, or let's target much smaller country like Australia. We can go more specific. So maybe we could try out Sydney if it gives us. Yeah, Sydney is giving. So yeah, let's just go with Australia for now. We can also, like, this tool has a capability to go much deeper. And let's say they are having at least a headcount of 11 to 50 employees, annual revenue. So they should be making at least like a 1 million a month minimum. Keywords, I've already added it. Job title, contact title, everything is added. Let's click on apply. So it is trying to find people based in Australia having 11 to 50 people doing annual revenue of minimum $1 million. They are an agency owner in marketing department and having keywords like Facebook ads, Google ads, and performance marketing. Now this process is going to take some time. As this is taking some time, we will also go on Apollo. It has found out 42,000 companies matching my case, number of contacts per company 1, and then I'll go on Apollo as well. Apollo, again, as you know, is a platform from where you could scrap email addresses, because in order to do anything you need email addresses. So here also I've added some email addresses. I've included some job titles, people based in United States. So that is what I've added. They are having a company's minimum number size. So here I've added employees, and their minimum number size is 11 to 20 employees. They are running companies between, 21 to 50 employees. And here you go. This is again done. Buying intent, which is a new thing that has come here. Revenue is logged. Signals is like have opened few emails in few months, and Okay, so there are no people that have used email few months back. It's trying to find email addresses which are verified. They are like having this position. Okay, so it has got this set of people. I can't see the number of people, so the total number of people is here. How much it has found. Select this page, select all 375. So I've just click on select 175, and I'll just take this thing, which is the top logo. I cannot use Apollo, like I don't use Apollo because Apollo is really costly and they have a credit system. So rather than using Apollo, I use this tool. They've at the so now I'll log in into my Boomerang account and I'll give them for scrapping out the email address. So Boomerang email verification. Why is it not showing Boomerang? I need to find it in, let's say, in my history then. Okay, so it was app.theboomerang.co. So this is it. This is the service. So I'll click on new export. I want to find all the Apollo records. So I'll search at the things. Do you have any specific list to narrow down? No. Name your result file, Apollo records. How many contacts do you need? Let's say I need 1000 contacts. Do you want us to verify the leads? So let's say payment is 2 credits. Okay, get my lead. So I've added this. Your request is submitted successfully. So basically it would now start scrapping the thing. So if I click on exports, you could find this. It would start now scrapping, and after the scrapping is done, I need to pay. Now, how does the scrapping after the email address is done? Does the scrapping looks like? Okay, or how do you get the information? So you get an information in a format like this, or something like this. Eva bot. Yeah. So something like this, you get the leads coming up from the search result. This is how the research result come like. Why is it not showing? So it is not showing up in this section. So we can also find it in our drop download section because we need to send out the email. So if there's a download section here, I can get into my download section and I can find my email addresses. Updated March. Yeah. So this is how you get email addresses after you add something on Boomerang. This is the site, the boomerang. You get a CSV file, something like this, which I'm extracting it out for all of you. Okay. This is how it gives you email addresses. So the Boomerang is used to get email addresses because that process is going to take some time. This is how it gives you the email addresses. Match filters, first name, last name, EvaBot email, which is the person's email, company website, prospect's location, URL, industry, specialty. All the data about the prospect is added. So once you have all the data about the prospect, all you have to do is go on. You're also getting data coming from this site, which is reply.io. There are two ways again. Number of contacts to find. So I'll just go for like 30 contacts that I need and I'll create a new list. Agency owner FB/G ads 1 million plus. I have launched this live search and it is running. So basically it is using the real B2B data on the platform. And also I'm getting the data coming from Boomerang. So you could also see the data coming from Boomerang. So there are two ways of how I'm getting the data, not just relying on one way, but I'm using Apollo and the Boomerang to get data. Now here you could see this, it is finding the data. It would take some time to download. Now in the meantime, I'll just show you how you could upload the email addresses and let's just launch a first campaign. So I'll just click on sequences. Okay, this is how you launch your first email campaign. Click on sequences and then click on multi-channel outbound cold outreach. So I'll use something like this. Import manually, import from CSV. So I'll just import it from, let's say, okay, once you download the email addresses, this is also one more step that you need to do. Again, coming back here, you have to go on a site, something like Bounceify. And after going on bounceify.co, so which is where I went on, I'll just log in and I'll download a data set. So basically Bounceify is used to verify that data. So we have multiple data sets available here. You could see this. Multiple data sets that are in verification, that are getting verified. E-commerce agency. So e-com agency, we have then marketing agency. So let's take this data set that we have, which is 391 people who are marketing agency owners, and there are only we just want to have the deliverable people. So I'll just do like this. Here you go. So I've got this file of marketing agency owners. Now, how do this file came up? This file came up from different places from the research that we do. We use Bouncify to just verify the email address. Would be complicated for a lot of you, but yeah, this is what it is. Okay. Now, I just want to remove I just want to have a file which has deliverable email addresses. Unknown and catch is not something I'm looking for. So I'll just go with maybe like 10, 20. So where is the count? We'll just go with this example. Whatever email addresses are there, we'll just take a small data set first to show you how emails we do. So I take this information, I put it here. We have their email addresses, we have their email. Now I don't need all the different information. I just need this small set, which is name, email address, and their position. So all I need is this. I'm removing these columns which are not required. So it would be like wrap, delete selected columns. Now I have two columns. I think that gives me the first name. So I'll just write it down. Email, first name, last name, position. I don't even need to know like their things. So delete column. Now I'll save this as a new column for my outbound. So I'll click on save. This would be my new column. Again, I need to download it in CSV, but I would say like agency owners verified list. Now I have a list. So all I need to do is upload this list to reply. So create manually, add from existing, import from CSV. The last step is remaining here is this is in a files format. So I need to download it into a CSV format. This is done, save, and verified list download. I'll go inside my Dropbox, my downloads, and I'll just add this verified list. It just took the name, email, and phone number. 21 people in the list. Okay. Updating missing fields, records without email, add generated emails. Detect, no, I don't want to have the time option, so I'll put it across. Here you see we have the email list that is ready to update. Now I'll add a name to this email list. For this purpose, what I'll do is I'll add a list, new emails marketing agencies. Now I'll click add to, this is done. Let's just hit the next option. What do I want to do? I just want to send them an email first. Need help with performance marketing. Very simple. If they are interested, they'll open it. So question mark. Hi, first name. Wanted to see if you are in search of a in performance marketing for your business and your clients. Can I share over some results of multiple different marketing campaigns? Here you go, and this is it for you and your clients. And the last one is, yeah, click save. So I've just took a save. The variant is added. Click on saved. Next, everything is here done. Launch. And here you go with our first cold email sequence. I'll just do one small setting here. There is a setting of the time zone, so I'll just update that settings. Out of office, some reports. There is one setting here that needs to like, it doesn't sense email address on some days. No, that is not here. Yeah, schedules is where I believe 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. What is the current Chennai Kolkata time? So it's 5 p.m. It should have been started to go. So it would take some time. Here we had launched our first marketing campaign, everything in front of you. I'll keep you updated with all the result. This is Devrat again signing off. This thing and everything in detail and in depth has been already discussed inside our program. Let me know if you liked it. This is like the complete setup that I did in front of you, showing you all the tools, buying domains in front of your eyes, and just getting the process started. Have a good day.